Man, I can't believe the major upsets that we witnessed yesterday. What is going on? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of All American Sports Network, where we bring you nothing but the latest sports. And right now, we're going to talk about what happened in the NFL yesterday. And let me tell y'all, I got some things wrong. I admit it. I thought that a lot of the things I picked was going to work out, but it did not. And I'm looking crazy as can be. But if it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Now, with that being said, let's jump in today's first story about NFL recap. Now, I had made some picks, and yesterday on the show, I had said that certain people were going to win. I was real confident in my picks, but unfortunately, I dropped the ball because it was nowhere near what I thought it was. And let's put it to you this way: a lot of people, a lot of teams were experiencing some upsets, and a lot of teams got shuffled a little bit in the power rankings. But we're going to head to that, visit that, and talk about how this happened and where we at right now. So give me a second. Let me pull up everything. And let's talk about some of the picks that I made and some that didn't just come out good. So give me 1 second. Share this nice screen with you guys. So I'm good. Good to go. All right. Let's go. Bring the screen up. That's right. We're gonna break down what ESPN is saying and the mediocres, and we gonna say. So first things first, the game that shocked everybody was the Rams against the Buccaneers. Now everybody is starting to say that the Rams are going to be the favorites for the Super Bowl. Now I'm not gonna say all that. I'm not gonna say all that. It's too early. It's week 3, and we all know that Brady is a different type of dude on playoff time because he's expected to make a couple of losses during the early part of the season and maybe the middle. But after that, Brady gets turned up. So I'm not gonna sit here and play like this team could be the Super Bowl team. But are they doing well? Well, yes, of course, they're doing exceptionally well. But I'm not gonna go that far to say that because that's a big statement for week 3. That's a lot to digress on week 3. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody team. If the Rams your favorite team, that's great. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like that the Rams are gonna be dynamic enough to go to the Super Bowl just yet. Now, this was a Buccaneers team that returned every single starter and a good chunk of the backups and sparked more than one day of morning TV talk about whether it could go 17-0 in the NFL's newly expanded season. Unfortunately, that question was definitely answered early enough, but the fact that the Rams answered it should not be overlooked. The Buccaneers are not overrated. They are excellent, and far more stunning things have happened than them becoming the first team in 17 years to repeat in Super Bowl as Super Bowl champs. This was as worthy a measuring stick game as the Rams will have all year, and they more than measured up. Stafford threw 4 touchdown passes. He had 2 to Cooper Kupp, whom Stafford clearly drafted in fantasy this year, and the Rams pressured Tom Brady on 20% of his dropbacks, which is way over the 17.8% he had endured since joining the Bucs, and sacked him 3 times. They won by 10, but they controlled the game from the outset. If you watched only this one game, you had to conclude the Rams were the better team. Statement made. And they did. They gave him a lot of pressure. They normal. I mean, they was all over Brady. They smothered Brady. So their defense stepped up on that part. Now, is there any excuses for the Bucs on this? No, I just think that they just wasn't prepared. I think this was a team that was willing to do what it needed to do to get to the next level. You know, like they say, any given Sunday, you can step up here and you can have a team that is geared up, ready to go. And that's that. Now, they saying the Rams could absolutely win the Super Bowl. They said the Cardinals barely beat the Vikings in week 2. The Panthers hasn't scored like the Rams have. The Raiders have needed overtime twice. The Broncos opponents are combined 0-9. This isn't to integrate any of those that are on a 3-0 start. Just to say that if you had to rank them, it makes sense to rank the Rams 3-0 start the highest. And that's possibly could be true because, you know, Stafford's got a lot to prove. He's been on the Colts for years. He's never been able to shine. You know, people already want to count him out. I mean, he does have a little chip playing right now on the shoulder, which is good. See, it's always good to have a quarterback that's got a little bit of a chip. Not too much, just a little bit, because usually they're going to be very, very accurate on their season to show everybody I can work this football and call plays like nobody's business. So it's not a bad thing. Now, here's another thing that we got to look at about the Rams, though. They don't have the deepest roster in the league. They're a little heavy, top heavy with superstars. But a lot of your success do look at the quality of your second and third string. So if one of them superstars go down, you got somebody that could be just as lethal and holding the weight. So either way it goes, I'm not going to crown them the favorites. Like everybody, like the same thing ESPN saying, I agree with that. We should not crown them as the favorites. They're not there yet. I got to see some more stuff. You know, yeah, you went against Brady, but you did this in the early part of the season. I want to see you do this on playoff Brady mode. If you can do this on playoff Brady mode, then I'm good with it. You're good. I could go and rock with you for being in the pursuit for the title. But right now, I can't logically say it. Now, people are saying that Aaron Rodgers will win MVP again. Most likely he will too, because, you know, Aaron Rodgers and company came in there with a game plan. They wanted a W. Aaron Rodgers got a lot to prove himself. He had an organization that had been treating him like crap. And let me tell you something. when you getting treated like crap and you are a excellent football player like Aaron Rodgers, you know, the Bucs, something got to stop. That's why Aaron did what he did this season. Everybody was upset by Aaron holding out. Oh, Aaron shouldn't have held out. Aaron wanted to prove a point, and I think he proved it very well. They need Aaron more than he needs them. And I think now that maybe the organizations are starting to see it. I mean, that he is really a valuable tool. Now, he did a couple of long ones to Davante Adams. Then he mixed it up and set up the kicker Mason Crosby for a 51-yard game winner before time expired. He had 23 for 33 passing for 261 yards. He only dropped 10. I had 10 incompletes, and he had 2 touchdowns. Now the Packers are 2-1. That's right. They're 2 and lost 1. 1-2, lost 1. And he's putting week 1 flop in the rearview mirror. He's going to show everybody that he is the real deal. Now, they was told he wasn't supposed to be able to win this. All right. Not in the 49ers. I even said that, and I was even wrong. I even said when we talked about the 49ers, did I even got the Packers on my list? No, I did not. I got the 49ers, and I was wrong. I really thought he wasn't going to win. I'm not going to lie. I really thought that he was not going to win with the 49ers. But, hey, man. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers. And I'm quite sure you probably will get the MVP. Probably will. Because, you know, he's MVP quality when it comes to situations when he's back against the wall. I give him that. Now, y'all heard it. A lot of people are starting to think that the Bills are the best team in the NFC. Now, I even said that the Bills are going to win this matchup. I was right on this one, okay? Because Josh Allen threw 4 touchdowns for a 43-21 victory over Washington. And Washington was supposed to have one of the best defenses in the league. That was a long time ago, though. I mean, it was the second game in Allen's career in which he had more than 300 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and then the only other quarterback who ever had more than such a game like this were Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Peyton Manning. So that's pretty solid. This looked like the Bills' offense, remember, for November and December of 2020, when it was pretty much setting fire to the league on a weekly basis. Guys, I'm telling you, the New York Bills is trying to show y'all something. They trying to be the next New York team, baby. The Bills were the AFC runner-up last season. So, you know, it was never going to be a stretch to think they may take one more step and become the conference best team. Now, the Chiefs, who have won the conference 2 years in a row, is now 1-2 with a division loss to the Chargers and the Browns. And what did I tell y'all about the Chiefs? If you listen to my prior broadcast, I said that the Chiefs were going to experience that Super Bowl curse, where every team that loses get comfortable, or every team that done went there a couple of times or won one or lost one, they get comfortable. They're experiencing it. It's that curse. It's on their neck right now. And the Browns. Now, week 1 collapse is really the only reason Kansas City isn't 0-3. Yeah. Now the Bills did lose to the Steelers in week 1, which puts them in a group of AFC teams that are 2-1 so far. And the Broncos and the Raiders are each 3-0, but meaning no disrespect that these teams have done so far. It's fair if you want to use the Buffalo's 2020 season and our preseason opinion of the Bills as a mean of elevating the expectation over those of Vegas and Denver. But see, you got to remember there's still 14 more regular season games. The playoff is left to decide all of this. So it really doesn't matter what we think, but the reality is through week 3. But if you had the Bills represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this season, you're feeling a lot better about the pick after they outscored their opponents 88-21 over week 2 and 3, and they're getting better. Y'all, while y'all going through, please hit the like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Just get it in, y'all. Let's try to get this channel growing. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. And if you want to participate, ask questions, you can. Y'all, I never thought I'd see the day about this, but Ben Roethlisberger need to retire, and the Pittsburgh Steelers need to go on a rebuild. Now, I had already said they were not going to win. I'm looking at my book now that I wrote down. I already said they weren't going to win this week. I knew they weren't going to win against the Bills. Wasn't going to win this week, excuse me. Now, I think they were going against I forgot who they was going against. Let me look at the scores right quick. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I'm right about this because I don't want a lot of y'all. I gotta find out who they were going against. I know I had put that they was not going to win. And I feel bad. Yeah, Cincinnati Bengals. That's who it was. I knew it was a team that's starting to come out of shell. I knew it was one of those teams coming out of shell. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all remember the time the Steelers Pittsburgh Steelers were like one of America's favorite teams, man. Like when you say Pittsburgh Steelers, boy, people go crazy. People used to say, man, I'm with Pittsburgh, I'm with the Redskins, I'm with the Raiders or Dallas Cowboys. But now Pittsburgh has fallen from grace, man. Like that team ain't nowhere near what it used to be. They're really not. I mean, for you to get beat up by the Bengals, they lost. They have only scored a total of 27 points between both of their opponents. Man, that's not good.
You shop black owned,
Mexican American owned,
Korean and queer owned.
You leave with change in your hands.
Let me get the stand off here. All right, now time. So get back what I was saying, breaking down that game. On my opinion here. Now they got 4 offensive touchdowns in their first 3 games. They had the top edge rushers, TJ Watt, and they had Alex Highsmith sitting out with injuries. Now the defense had been able to rescue the way it did in week 1 against Cincinnati on Sunday. Now they snapped the 75-game streak of recording at least 1 sack. Now I want y'all to listen to what's going on. Baltimore is 2-1 in the AFC North. Cleveland is 2-1. Cincinnati is 2-1. And they done beat the Steelers twice in a row, counting last December from last season and this season already right here. Man, the Steelers offense looked like a major problem. And Ben Roethlisberger is not worth the money they had to do to bring that man back. He's just not. I've been said this about Ben. Ben should have retired last year. He should have walked away from the game. And the offense is still looking lost out there. I mean, your top receiver, Deontay Johnson, missed Sunday's game with the injury. I mean, it seemed like Watt or Highsmith is dealing with a long-term injury. And a defense should be dominant at this point. But it just seems like to me the Steelers just don't have it. And I've been saying this, and I've been saying this time and time again. Ben Roethlisberger need to go to the house and enjoy. The man has done his thing. He done won some chips. I think he won 1 or 2 chips. He good. Just man, you did your thing. Now, right now, the rookie quarterbacks is not first-round quarterbacks anyway. We're not ready to take the reins. Okay? Let's look at what's going on. You had Justin Fields. And then you got Terrence Lawrence, who ain't doing that well with the Jags. Zach Wilson ain't doing that well with the Jets. Mac Jones, he doing all right. I mean, he's doing, I would say, among all of them, I think he's doing better than among all of the first rounders that they got. Because Trevor Lawrence, they was expecting him to be the saving grace for the Jags. And I ain't going to get started with the Jags. I know y'all some Jag fans that follow me, but they might well throw that whole damn team away. It's just, they've done everything they can to try to build that team up, and it seems like it's not working. They brought Urban Meyer in. They got rid of the other guy that was the president of operations. They did this, they did that, and it's still, the team is still trash. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Something ain't right. Maybe it's because Jacksonville is not appealing enough to these players. Sometimes you could be in a market where it's not appealing, and you just can't get the right people. And if that's the case, then you're going to have to get somebody to actually get the right type of player to have the drive to better themselves. Now, here's what I'm thinking that's going on with these rookie quarterbacks. And I kind of align with what ESPN is saying. That Wilson is playing without his left tackle and is operating an offense that is still clearly trying to figure out what it is. All right, Fields was playing behind an offensive line that couldn't protect your Wi-Fi password. Damn, that's brutal right there, man. The Patriots have no business asking Jones to throw 51 passes in any single game right now, which is true. He's still a rookie. And I don't think anyone who has any idea what Urban Meyer is doing down there in Jacksonville. I don't know either. Urban Meyer is supposed to be a football genius. He did real well in college football, but NFL, he ain't transitioning. He ain't shaking it up. He ain't making nobody say, wow. None of these guys is in an ideal situation, but neither is any of them blameless for the struggles. They are learning and will continue to learn at different paces. Some or all of them might eventually be great, but it's important to remember that we're watching making of the sausage stuff here. And by definition, this isn't going to look pretty. It ain't. It's not going to look pretty. So I'm going to go ahead on here and jump into the scores now, guys, and tell you what I got wrong. So y'all can laugh at your boy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Let's keep everybody tuned in. All right, so let's get on to these scores. First score we're going to go to is Green Bay 30, San Francisco 28. Congratulations to the kick on Green Bay. Last minute drive to make that kick, and it became successful. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right. So now Demovsky's confidence rating on that game should be like a 7.5. So the next game is going to be the Packers versus the Steelers. We already know who's going to win that. I'm going to call that, and I know I'll get that right. That's going to be straight Packers. Now, the 49ers, they need to get their running game back. For real. Their running game is awful. They need to do something. And they got to go against the Seahawks. So maybe they'll get it back then. The Raiders beat Miami. Now, I had put that it was going to be the Raiders, which I was close game. Raiders did their thing. Their confidence is through the roof now. I mean, you know, I think it's gonna be a good season for the Raiders. Now the Dolphins, they got a lot of stuff they gotta look at, man. Because right now they don't have Tua Tagovailoa because he's on reserve and he's gonna miss 3 games. So I think it's gonna be a struggle for him. They may be able to win the game with the Colts. I don't know. That's a long stretch, but we have to see. Minnesota versus Seattle. Yeah, the Vikings did that, man. Once again, it was one of Kirk Cousins' best games, proving himself. And they didn't even have their running back, Dalvin Cook. They was able to keep pace with Alexander Madison. So it came out to be real good. Now, their next game is going to be against the Browns, where they're going to have a real good challenge to see if they can be compatible with Baker Mayfield. So we'll see. The Seahawks, on the other hand, oh, man. That defense got to be fixed, or they're going to have some trauma, boy, some real trauma. So we'll see what happens. They're supposed to be at the 49ers. LA Rams against Tampa Bay. Man, this hurt my heart. I had said the Bucs were going to win that, and that didn't even happen at all. Not at all. So now the Rams ain't been doing no running game. They haven't really been successful on the ground, but they've been killing it. I mean, literally killing it. Hey, son, fix me whatever you fix. What you fix? Yeah. If you can make me 2, I'll be good to go.
You can make me 1 too. Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, as I was saying, guys, this is crazy. I mean, I did not know that the Rams was going to do that. So, you know, now with the Buccaneers, I don't think they should be freaking out. It's too early. They do need to bring in another cornerback. That is definitely apparent. And I think that after they see this game, they'll make the right adjustments. I mean, they got Tom Brady. Tom Brady is very open with them. The team relays their concerns to him. He relays his concerns to the coaches, and they get it done, especially the front office. So that's what happens when you're a GOAT, man. You get it. They'll get it right. Denver 26 and New York Jets to 0. The Broncos are 3-0 now. Teddy Bridgewater is like, it's crazy because Teddy Bridgewater was on the Carolina Panthers last year, and he didn't do so well playing, right? He didn't do that well, whatever. But since he's stepped foot in the Broncos training facility and been playing games with them, he's been a monster, man. He's been doing pretty well for himself. I mean, he's shocking me. Never thought it would happen. And then Baltimore 19, Detroit 17. That was more of a defensive game. Once again, Baltimore showed how good their defense is. Now, Marquise Brown dropped 3 critical drops. I don't think that's of major concern, but at the same time, you don't need it to be a habit either. Now, the Lions went up with an NFL record of 66-yard field goal at the buzzer, which was real impressive. But they just going to have to really pick it up. They'll go against the Bears. I think they will probably get a win on the Bears. So that should put them somewhat of a start. Atlanta beat New York Giants. Matt Ryan has showed everybody that he's still got a little bit of quarterback playing in him. So he actually did his thing. So that's good to hear. Now, let's talk about the New York Giants. They didn't beat Atlanta. Atlanta is not really a really challenging team. I mean, they're not. They have been a challenging team for years. And if you can't beat Atlanta, especially you in New York at your home stadium, you're going to have a long season. Now, they got some players injured too. They got Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton on hamstring injury. Blake Martinez got a non-contact knee injury. And then you got Kenny on Golladay. He's dealing with a hip injury. And then running back Shaquan on Barkley is a little banged up. So they got a lot of injuries. So I don't know, man. It ain't looking good for them. Buffalo Bills beat Washington, Josh Allen. We already talked about that game. That was impressive. I ain't going any further with that. Arizona just dogged Jacksonville 31-19. I even hate reporting about Jacksonville. I really do, man. Because it seems like this team could have so much potential. I just don't think they got the right coaching staff, man. It's got to be. They've got too many talents. And Trevor Lawrence has thrown multiple interceptions. I really do. I really think this young man is not getting the right type of coaching. Tennessee 25, Indianapolis 16. Tennessee Titans won that. That was pretty impressive. The Colts, they got to go against Dolphins next week. They should win that. LA Chargers beats Kansas City. I told y'all, I still say Kansas City still suffering from the blues of not winning the Super Bowl. I think they still going through it. And they got a lot of defense problem this year too. So I don't know. I don't see it being good for them. Oh man, New Orleans beat New England. That's right, y'all. Jameis Winston. I guess he's trying to be consistent. I still doubt he can be consistent. I don't know, man. It's still a struggle for me because Jameis Winston let everybody down in Tampa Bay, and ever since he let people down in Tampa Bay, he just have left a sour taste in my mouth. I can't let it go, man. I can't. Now, don't get me wrong. He's supposed to be going against the Giants. He got a good chance of winning that. Mac Jones needs better protection. You can't have your rookie quarterback getting banged up like they did in that game, or else he's not going to make it for the season. Now, with that being said, they are going against the Bucks. I already know, man. Mac, you're going to lose, bro. I don't know what to tell you Sunday. It ain't going to be a good look for you. But thanks for playing. Cleveland 26, Chicago 6. That's right, y'all. You will not believe this. But the rookie quarterback, Justin Fields, took 9 sacks from that team. 9 sacks. And right now, Baker Mayfield and company are clicking along with Odell Beckham. Now, they go against the Lions next week. So you know how that's going to go. And while Justin Fields is doing the best he can, Andy Dalton may come back next week. I hope he does. For their sake, like I said, the Bengals beat Pittsburgh. You know, when the Bengals are beating Steelers, it's time to keep a lookout at what really going on. Carolina beat Houston. That's another one that I'm telling you, man. Everybody is being serious this year. It's crazy. So, with that being said, before I wrap up, I'm going to also put out some other news that came up on the NFL side. Carolina Panthers have acquired cornerback C.J. Henderson. He was with the Jaguars for he was on the Jaguars. I don't know what happened, why they traded him. But they got Dan Arnold now in Jacksonville. So, you know, I wish the best of luck for Mr. Henderson. I hope everything works out good. He's in a good situation right now. The Panthers are rolling, and they really are picking up the W's. And then Josh Norman went to the hospital yesterday because of a bruised lung after the game. So I think he'll be ready to play next week. I don't know, but I keep y'all posted. And, man, that's it, man. I mean, that's all on the NFL tip. Do me a favor, guys. Please like and share this broadcast. All right? Please like and share this broadcast. And please do me a huge favor and tell me, what do y'all think about next week's games? Do you think that the Steelers need to panic since they have not won a significant game yet? Also, do you think that the Kansas City Chiefs will be able to turn around what they got going on? Get in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, subscribe. Come on and join our Patreon to keep supporting the channel. With that being said, I'm out.